He's our Kurdish analyst, and Nahid Abuzaid from BBC Arabic. Well, the two of you, let me ask you the same question. What, in your view, is the reason for these extraordinary scenes?
I mean, I believe that this is not the first time Syrian Kurdish have crossed into Iraq. I mean, I've visited the area of northern Iraq, and I've visited refugee camps a year ago, talking to people there have been in there as early as the conflict has started in Syria. But now it seems to be things are flaring up. The threat is becoming more and more imminent. They are feeling the heat, as it were, of the battle approaching their doorstep, and they don't want to, to be kind of the petrol of this dire conflict that's raging at their doors. That's one thing. On the other hand, as you've just said, and rightly so, northern Iraq is more accommodating to the Kurdish cause, to the Kurdish people, and they are trying as much as possible to make them feel safe in their homes. I mean, the Kurdish regional prime minister has said that gone as far as saying that we are ready to intervene to protect the Kurdish inside of Syria.
So we can say with confidence that the majority of these 20,000 people are Syrian Kurds?
Yes, I've been speaking to some people on the ground, and they've been reporting that at least 60% of these people are Syrian Kurds. But the Kurdish regions, as we've seen on the map, the north and northeastern part of Syria, had been relatively quiet for much of the Syrian civil war. But there has been a rise in conflict between jihadists and Kurds recently, in which we have seen hundreds of Kurdish civilians were reportedly killed. But before this, the many Arabic refugees, internally displaced people from cities like Homs, Raqqa, and Hasaka went to the Kurdish region to take shelter. And now the region itself is not safe enough.
And to the untrained eye, it appeared that it was organized. It seemed calm, it seemed like it had been planned. Is that your view, with the conversations you've had? Do you believe that it was organised? And if it was, who could have organised it?
That is everybody's view so far. I mean, even I spoke to people on the ground. I've just been off the Skype interview with the head of response units from Save the Children in northern Iraq. And I asked them the very same question. I mean, what do you think is behind this? And could it not be kind of orchestrated in a way? And he said, I don't know whether it has been, but all he knows is that people who've been waiting on the Syrian side of the border for 2-3 days and more, for some of them, have received the word that the border is going to be open at such time, and that they've organised themselves across.
And has the regional government got the money and the resources to look after these people? You would think it can't have.
Yeah, the Iraqi Kurdistan is already under pressure by refugees. There are over 100,000 refugees in Iraqi Kurdistan at the moment. And that was the concern Iraqi Kurdish officials were making up until recently by keeping the border, Peshawar border, effectively shut since May. They were expressing concerns that there will be an influx of refugees, which we have been seeing now. But there was a media campaign in the Kurdish media against the KRG government for keeping the border shut against Kurdish refugees. And the Kurdistan regional government recently, last week, went on, made an announcement saying the border is open and denied the reports. That's what triggered people going into the border.
Nahid, Guney, thank you very much indeed for your time. Thank you for coming in.